So I was an EMT for 7 years, and during that time, it was a really challenging season. It's not really known or talked about, I guess, much about what you see when you are working in that type of job. I really felt like I sort of lost track of who I was as a person, but also just who I was in my faith. I felt like I started to question who God was, and started to ask the questions that people ask, like, where is God in these situations, and why would God let the following happen? I closed off from my family, which are my people, and I moved in with a boyfriend. I really was drinking heavily and binge eating and just doing all the things that I felt like were kind of instant gratification things. It was in this time that I felt like I really lost my relationship with God and sort of walked away from everything that I had known. I determined that I was not coming back. It was, God wasn't real to me anymore, and my relationship with Him no longer mattered. I had a moment where I felt like I kind of hit rock bottom, and for me that looked like there was a series of deaths in a week at the hospital that I don't know why, but they affected me more than any of the other 7 years I had worked there. And I remember calling my dad. I hadn't talked to my dad in a while, but I called him and I said, I can't do this anymore. And he said, that's okay, just come home. And so I did. And we talked about it, and I said, this is the job and the place that I find my identity, and if I don't do it anymore, I don't know who I am. And so he said, that's okay, we'll figure it out. So I did, I left, and I have since been out of that workforce for about 6 years now, and God's been restoring my mental health and been restoring me to Himself. And it's just really beautiful when you come back to Christ, how He welcomes you with open arms, and it's like He was there the whole time. I feel like I see Him now when I look back on memories and felt like, where was God? He was literally right next to me. If you are in a season yourself where you feel like you are so alone, all it takes is a whisper of you just saying His name. And I know that sometimes when you're in these seasons, that's a big ask. It was for me. I think if you're just willing to cry out even just a little bit and say, God, I need you, that's enough. My name is Jackie. God is big because He never stops pursuing us.